Hey, hi friends, welcome back to Bhau-Automation Lab once again. In the previous session, we have already learned how to implement our page object related all the methods into our Swagblog login test invalid username test, right? So here we have implemented all these methods like enter the username, click on the login button, like take the get the actual error message text when we enter the invalid username, right? Now our TDD framework we have implemented till time like a config.prop config class where we have taken like a global Appium driver. After that base test where we have implemented these driver methods and config.properties file. We are accessing all these things, also parameterization and everything, right? So in here, let's now understand how to implement more test cases here in this class, okay? Because login related, there are multiple test cases, right? I will give you another one example, guys, but I requesting you to practice by yourself. You have to implement all other method or all other related test cases related to this login. For example, I will explain you right now with the valid username and valid password test case, but you have to write all the test case related to the login. For example, if username password and is blank, then what happened? If password is wrong and username is correct, then what happened? That there are multiple combinations related to the login thing, right? So you have to write and you have to practice all these test cases. So without wasting time, I will explain you how to add one more test case in this class. Okay, so previously we have done login with invalid username, and now let's create a one more test case here. Let's say public void. Let's say I'll just copy this one username and create the same name test case here, just with valid username and password. Okay, give us add the right test as annotation. Okay, now let's implement this one. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to enter the valid username, right? So we have already created that objects here, okay, right? For entering the username, right? So we not required to write it again and again. So I'll just copy this one and paste it here. Just I'll send this time as a correct username. So correct is username for Swagglab demo app is, let's see here, standard underscore user. So standard is small, underscore user is also small. No, this is the correct username. So I'll just pass correct username. Now here we have not implemented the method uh, related to send password as well, right? Because we are directly entering the wrong username and directly click on the login button. So let's understand how to we required to create one more method here in login page object, right? Because we required to send password this time, right? So let's create a one more method here related to the password. So before that, we required to get the element for the password, right? So here we have Appium Inspector. I have already explained in the previous lecture how to use this, right? Appium Inspector and how to inspect the element in this. If you not watched that previous session, guys, I'll request you to watch all the series related to this Appium TDD framework where I have step by step explained the every concept related to the Appium and how we can implement this TDD framework. Okay, so let's inspect this element related to the password field. So I'll go into the inspecting this password, and here we go. We are taking the password as is direct forward here. We can check it that the password XPath is correct or not. So let's check this one here. Yeah, it's correct. Let's say share here ABC, do the send key, and we are able to see the ABCD, right? Perfect. So it's working fine. So this is correct password, correct XPath for a password field. So I'll just change this to the star to get all the tags. Okay, and I'll just change it this double inverted comma into the single inverted comma, and again check this is correct till time is correct. So I'll just copy this XPath and paste it here. After enter the username, I'll just paste this XPath here. So I'll just copy this method. We are sending username here, right? So we require to implement the same way. So I'll just copy this entire method here again, because I'm not typing all these things again and again, because this is the time consuming activity. So I have already explained is how to implement this method, right? So you can guys practice for that as well. So this is the XPath I have pasted here. I'll just change UI Automator to XPath here and enter username text field. So I'll just change it to password text field, password field text. So password field text. Okay. Enter username. So I'll just change to enter password. Okay. So let's copy this username text field here and paste it here and just type here like a password and just paste it here. Name of username. So you can set it like a enter valid username as well. Valid password, valid username. Okay, that's not an issue. You can type like that, enter username. Okay, and if you want to pass the invalid username, you can create one method for an invalid username. You can create this method and just pass the invalid method. So not required to pass like a valid or invalid. So just define it like a enter password. Okay, whatever password you want to define, like you can define into the send keys. So enter password, enter username. So this method is ready now. This is the password field, right? So now let's access this method here in our test case. Go to the login test case and here we go. So now login page dot enter password, and the correct password we now required to enter. So let's see the correct password is this one, secret. So okay. So let's type underscore. Let's check this one. It should not be any spelling mistake there. Okay, it's correct now. So we have sent enter username and password. Now after enter the correct username and password, what should be the output? We need to check that one as well to understand write this test case correctly. So I'll just paste our username here. Okay, through this also we can do that. So I'll just come in here and send username to username field to the Appium Inspector. Again, I inspect this password field. Okay, I'll just clear it using this clear method. Just copy password from here and check whether we are correctly login or not, right? So let's into the password field, just pass this one. Yeah, we have passed, right? Just click on this login, tap on this login button. So standard user, something is wrong. Password and user is wrong. So what is the password here? Standard user. Oh, we have done silly mistakes here. Okay, so this should be A, not E. Okay, now again, inspect this login button and click on the tab. See, we are successfully login here, right? So let's change this to a standard username. Okay, now we have done this successful login. So after that, when we log in successfully, we are on this product page. This is the products page. So we have to check whether product page is showing correctly or not, right? So if it is product page is showing correctly, then our test case is passed. If it is not showing correctly, then our test case is failed, right? So that's the beauty of automation, right? So we have to define here actual and expected test, right? So let's copy this one and paste it here. So expected error message text, it's not error message text, okay? Expected message text after successful, let's say login, except after successful login, okay? And successfully login and actual error message text after actual message text after successful login. Let's change this one, right? So let's copy this as well, like if else conditions as well. I'm believing in this, not in assertions only. So let's all the expected message text just change with this name, expected, expected. This one is expected. This one is expected. This one is expected. This one is expected. Perfect. Now let's change. actual, actual with this one, actual with this one, actual with this, actual this, actual this, actual this, actual this. Perfect. Here we have expected is remaining. So let's copy this one, expected, expected, and actual error message text. So actual text. Okay. You can simply find and replace as well, but this is the very easy. When you have created one single test now, we have to just copy paste all the things. We have to change this expected once in the one string, and after that just replace it in all this field, and it will automatically done. So it will not that much of time consuming. So we have created this assertion method inside this method. So I'll just remove this from here and define this as a group, so it's accessible for all the things. Now get actual error message text when invalid username. So when we enter the login, enter username, correct username, and after enter the correct password, we have to check the actual message text after successful login text. So what is expected message text? So expected message text is this product, right? So when we inspect this product, let's take a XPath of this particular field. Okay, I'll just copy this one. So this is our expected error message text, right? Products, right? So let's copy these products from here, because this is the products which we required as a expected text, right? And actual should become the products only. Otherwise, our test cases fail. So now we require to create one method for that, right? We have uh, text here. We have get attribute method, right? So we just copy this one. It's for get the error message text. Now we have to get successful login successful product text, right? So here we require to change error message text to login let's say login success, or what we can say product message text after successfully login. Okay, so let's copy this one, paste it here, and get actual message text, replace with this get product message text after successful login. Okay, and whatever XPath we have created for this, okay, let's test this XPath. So here we go, XPath, and let's remove this tag name, star, it's products, and search it. So we are able to find this XPath related to the products. If it is showing, then our test case is pass. Perfect. So let's copy this XPath from here and let's paste it here. Get product message products, right? Now remove this error message and product test message successfully. So this is method for this, right? We have created this page object for successful product message text after successful login. Perfect. Now let's check this here. In the second lab test, we are getting get actual error message text. Let's type here actual. Okay, so it should be actual here. Okay, get actual product message text after successful login. Perfect. So this is the expected message text after successful login products, and this will become get actual message text after successful login. So if these both are mapped, then our test case pass. If they both are not matching, it means you are not redirected on the product page. We are redirected on some other page. So our test case will get failed. Right? We have implemented this second test case here for the valid username and valid password. Perfect. So now let's run this program and see whether we are able to execute this program or not. So before that, I just need to close this because we have already session is running. Now click on the testng text, run as testng xml, and here we go. We have Appium logs, and this is our emulator. Let's open it. It's enter invalid username. Click on the login button, and password is required. Right. First test case passed successfully. Okay, it's waiting for second test. Actually, I think second is not running. Something is wrong. Let's see what is the issue. Yeah, test case is fail. Why? First is pass, second is fail. Let's see and understand what is there. Visibility of element. Which one? Yeah, standard user. Okay, I understand the issue. So whenever it's enter the user standard username, invalid standard username, and click on the like this. For example, I enter this one here. Let's say standard username. It's the wrong username, and click on this. Whenever it's go for the second test case, this field is not getting clear. That's why, and it will not able to identify that the element for this as well, because we have defined here like the element as a username text, which is coming here when we have launched this application first time, right? For example, if I close this one and launch this username text field, it will taking as a username as a text. So we require to change that as XPath, so that we require to clear this field. Okay, so we'll see this later, but first of all, we need to clear this whatever wrong input we are giving here. We require to clear this, and then our second test case will be get executed. Okay, and it will enter the username password here. So we require to create a one driver object method for that to clear. For example, in the base test, we have till time created click, for send key, visibility of elements, right? And for getting attributes. The same way, we require to create a one method for clear the element value in the text box. So here we have for the click method, right? So I'll just copy this one, and same way we'll create for the clear. Just clear, and here let's implement that element dot clear. Sorry, element dot clear. Perfect. So this method we need to pass here, the login page object. So what we have to do, we have to create a one method for clear this username field. Okay, if you require to clear password as well, we have to create the method for the same XPath, right? So here we have a send keys on username, right? We have already defined the password and everything. I'll just copy this one as it is because we have already defined this one. You're not required to type it again and again. Yeah, this is for password, right? Password, and here username field text. Okay, so I'll just name it as a clear username field text. To enter to just change it to clear username field text. Clear username field text. Just copy this one and nothing else. We're not required to change anything. It will automatically clear the username field text, right? Here we required to pass clear, and we're not required to pass this username and password, right? Because it's a clear single element method we are doing in the send keys. So we'll just remove this one. So we have to clear this username text field. This is the UI automator path for this particular username text field. Okay, so we have to clear this. But here is the one problem. If I run this program, you can see we have creating taken this as a username, right? Using this text, for example, username as a text, which will never work. For example, I'll just run this program and see you. Like I'll go to the here in the login here, and I'll just use login page dot, let's say, clear username. Okay, but why it's not work, I will explain you, but before that I'll just run this program again and show you the output. Check again. First user invalid username test case is passed successfully. Still it's not working because here it's enter the standard username. This is the text here, and we have taken the UI automator with this text username, which is not available right now here. Right? When it's freshly launched, then username is there. But when we enter something here, this text is not available username. So that's the reason it's not entering this value, and it's throwing us error. So we need to change this XPath. So how to change that one? So I'll just start the session with Appium Inspector again. We have to create the element or XPaths or UI automator in that fashion way. It should be work in every condition. Okay, right? I'm explaining you. Don't be confused here. Just understand what I'm trying to say you. Here is the username, and we have creating the XPath or UI automator using this username text. Right? This text username. It when it's freshly launched, the username text is here. That's why it's working. But if I clear this and type here like a standard username, something here, then this particular UI automator will not work, right? So we not uh, uh, like interact with this element using this text only. So we have to change this way. So we'll use this content text username. Okay, just copy this XPath and check whether we are written it correctly or not. Okay, and just remove this tag name from here. Change this to, yeah, we have successfully identified this username text field, right? So let's copy this username from here, and let's implement here and change it to XPath for now. Okay. So we have entered correct user XPath for that particular field right now. So we have login text with a clear username, and after that you enter correct username, then correct password, and let's see whether we are able to successfully log in or not using this test case. So we have implemented two test cases right now. So here we go. We have to close this session and run this test case again. So first of all, it should be execute the invalid username test. You can give the priority here as well, test cases. The simple way to you can define the priority as well. So standard username, invalid username, test case, enter. It's clear the field. Enter the standard username, enter the password. Okay, let's see. Something is wrong, still wrong here. What is wrong? Okay. Still time I'll tell you the priority. You can define here priority is equal to 1 as well. Okay. So this is our first test case priority. You can define here as well. Priority is equal to 2. If you are working with the multiple test case, you can define like this as well. Okay. So let's check what is the problem here. So I'll have test case. Product is not visible. I think we have given the wrong password. Let's see. Should log in. Yeah. Yeah. But we have not. What silly mistake we have done here? We have not clicked on login button. So understand, read error message carefully and then do the changes. Okay. So we have not clicked on the login button. It's only entered the standard username and standard this password, secret excuse password. And it not click on the login button. That's why it's product not available and this XPath is showing the exception, right? So now let's run this program as again as well with this priority, and let's see. This time it should be correctly login. So first test case is started. Enter invalid username and invalid password, blank password, correct username, and here we go. We have correct product page right now, and both test cases are pass. Okay, so this is the way we can create a multiple test case in the single class. Okay, so I have defined two test cases. You have to practice for all other test cases related to the login. Okay, so that's all in this session. In the next session, we'll learn more interesting concept related to the TD framework. Okay, guys. So watch this all the session very carefully and practice by yourself. And if you have any doubt, you can just comment out me. I'll give the reply on that. Okay. So let's meet in next chapter. Till time, have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.